this is Adel, Ron's acquisitionist. I'm here with Luke. We're heading out to a couple houses here. First house we're going to is currently listed on the MLS that we have an offer in, so we're just verifying the repairs on it. And the second house we'll go to is that one we just finished rehabbing that's currently on the market. Typically before I get to the house, I like to check the permits first to make sure there's anything done permanent, like the roof or AC or any addition. This house I checked before it came. The roof was done in 2018, so it looks pretty solid. We looked at it coming up. Then there was an addition out here that was put on that was also permanent, which we can take a look at when we get inside. Here in Florida, we have these concrete block homes, which I love, but you just have to make sure that you don't have any cracks in them. That would be a pretty hefty cost if there is any cracks. So I like to walk the outside of the building first, just to kind of take a look and make sure. See stuff like this, kind of looks like it's been patched already here. You just take a look around. That's not too super concerning. I just like to see if you see any large cracks on the exterior. I don't see any broken window right there, so I'm going to account for that when we get back inside. Also, when you're walking, you can kind of see the AC. Sometimes you kind of catch the year on them through the tag here. I don't know, I can't really see, but I didn't see a permit for it, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's not new, but again, just checking the cracks here. Here's the addition that we were talking about earlier. It was permitted, so that's always good. You always want to check the permits to make sure if there was additions in particular, because the city could be. Okay, that's pretty much what we checked on the exterior. Just want to make sure neighborhood looks okay too. Just kind of want to make sure the neighbors, you don't see any kind of junky neighbors or any sometimes cars out there. Honestly, pretty decent street for this type of house. Ranch coming in initially. I like to use. I don't really bring it with me anymore. Ron's pamphlet that he has about the rehab. I really do use that to memorize it, so that's kind of in my mind. But I start with the floors. I kind of just look at them. These floors actually probably could salvage them. Honestly, I mean, I don't think you have to maybe regrout them if you need to, but I would not count these as needing to be redone. Honestly. Obviously the paint here. So this house is 1,165 square feet. So I went ahead and mark. I have my clipboard here. I kind of write down the cost that I think just off the top of my head. I'm not going to be on point on it. I'm not going to be perfect, and I don't really care. I'm just trying to kind of get a general idea of what's needed here. I don't know there's light in here, but water heater's in good shape, so it's pretty new. That's just a closet there. So far we got paint, 1165. So it'll be probably about 6,000 paint. We're gonna do that. 1165 inside, 1165 outside. So it's about what is that? 2,500 times 2.5. So around $6,000, give or take, on the paint. Kitchen. I would say you probably would have to get all new kitchen, right? Probably want to just demo this. So kitchen, you're probably looking at around, with appliances, you're probably looking at $6,000. So I'll put that down as kitchen, 6,000 as well, give or take. Like I said, this is not going to be perfect. It's just to kind of get an idea. Here's the AC here. I see the AC looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and leave it off right now. As far as not putting it down as needed. It looks like it's decent shape, honestly. So, but we wouldn't know that till we actually got an inspection on it. Again, stuff like this, it's going to be part of miscellaneous. Now this is an extensive, if there's a lot of it that you see in the house, you may want to mark that down, but I didn't see any rotted wood on the outside, and so this will just be considered miscellaneous so far. I like to run by the electrical circuit, just make sure it looks organized. I'm not an electrician or anything, so I don't know honestly, but it just looks organized, looks like it's okay. I don't see anything wrong. Sometimes you'll see the old school ones that have like one or two, and you're like, well, that was probably from like 1960 or whatever, so you may need to do that. This one has 2 bathrooms here, so there's no power, but again, a hole in the wall, I would still consider that miscellaneous. I would probably say you need everything in the bathroom, which would probably $1,000 to $1,200, I would say. You know, if you're gonna do the tub, the toilet, new vanity, yeah, I would probably say $1,200 on the bathroom. I think there's 2 bathrooms on here. We'll take a look at the other one, but I'm gonna go ahead and mark $1,200 on both. I'm just assuming, and we can check it out. But my assumption is probably that, again, standard room for. Oh, there's the other bathroom right here. This one doesn't have a tub actually, so it's 1.5. Oh, I'll probably put that one. I'll probably put 800 in there. So we said 1,200, so 2,000 total for bath so far. Wood, electric's good. I think we counted for 1 window, but this is like an old school window. These are the old school ones that are kind of roll open like that. They're pretty cool actually. Storm windows, I think they call them. Again, some more sheetrock, which is good. Window seems okay. Here's another window, so we'll mark 1 window down for now. I probably wouldn't even count that. You could. I would consider a miscellaneous item as well. Okay. No neighbors. I didn't check the plumbing here. Plumbing's hard to tell, and you know, obviously before you want to close on a property, you want to make sure that it's on a septic tank and or you know if it's on city. But I do see the PVC. Sometimes you might see the copper, which you're going to have to repipe. But if you see the PVC, I would assume that the plumbing would be updated enough to pass an inspection right now. So we'll have to check on the septic. So I wouldn't mark anything for plumbing. Windows, electric sounds looked good. So we don't need a roof. So I mean, overall, the house looks pretty crappy, but it doesn't really need that much work, honestly. You can add it up here, 12, 18, 20, miscellaneous. Since you take the roof off and no AC, because without the roof and AC, right, you're going to be saving 15 grand on a rehab, so that's a big deal. So with the roof being updated, and if the AC is fine, I mean, I would say this rehab, based on my numbers, it's probably sitting around 20. I always like to go a little higher, 25 to 30. I would probably, if Ron asked me, I probably would just say 30 to be on the safe side, to be honest with you, because there's going to be some other stuff on there that we did miss, and I don't know about the sheetrock and thing and the plumbing. So I would probably say 30K rehab, especially nowadays with the cost of things. So yeah, the ARV on this one was 210. I have it listed for 120. Ron told me to put an offer in at 105 up to 110, based on the numbers that I saw in the pictures, which I was pretty close. I forget what I told him, but I'm pretty sure I told him around 35 on this. So yeah, he just wanted to come check it out before we actually put the final offer in and sign off on it, put deposit in and whatnot. So, because we are close, like the realtor didn't say buzz off. So she said, yeah, hey, 110 might work. So before we want to confirm and sign off on that, you just wanted me to come swing by. You don't want to sign, put a deposit down, or with an intention, and then come back and back out
right.
10 hours later or whatever. So before we do all that, I like to just come by here and confirm everything as is. So I think overall, we're going to put an offer on this one.
Cool. So
knowing Ron, he probably would have me try and wholesale it, or try and find another buyer for it a little higher, but I think with this one, it's in a good neighborhood. It's concrete block. I don't think it's a huge job, honestly. Mm-hmm. I would probably tell him to rehab it. I'm kind of worried about the addition here, but I mean, it's a 4.2, so I think it's a pretty good one, honestly. I think we would close on it and then put the money in to rehab it. It's in a decent area with some pretty good comps. Like I said, it's a 4.2, so it's a pretty, and it's concrete block, which are sought after here in the area. So. Yeah, I think I'll close on it and try and rehab it, honestly.
Awesome. So what's kind of next steps from here as far as like calling and put in?
I would go back to Ron, tell me, I'll confirm the numbers and say I think you're good at that 105, 110, and then we would go to Barbara, BJ. She's also a mentor and Ron's sister, obviously, and she would sign off on the offer. we would sign the offer in, and then see if it gets accepted. If it gets accepted, we'd put down the deposit necessary and set a closing date. You know, we usually close pretty quickly, within 14 days, 20 days, somewhere around there, typically on an MLS house. So, yeah, and then shortly after that, we'd get a contractor here. We probably would get a bid. We would probably sign off, get an offer accepted, maybe even send our contractor here quickly, kind of make sure that I didn't miss anything and see what he, you know, get some bids on it, maybe 2 or 3 different bids just to check and confirm the numbers, and then if so, then move forward with it. At 9050 Castle Boulevard here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's one of our most recent flips we just finished. Have it staged, and just come and take a look at it. This is one of the ones we just finished rehabbing here. Obviously, we have it staged. It's been on the market now for about probably 5 or 7 days, somewhere around there. We did buy it for $120,000. The rehab total came to about 40, I want to say 45. We had to do the driveway, which we can get a shot of when we go back out there. So that was an extra expense. This one needed everything, right? Flooring, roof. The AC actually was good on it. Paint. And you can walk over here and see the kitchen here. Kitchen appliances. All this is, you know, all this is new here. Right now it's on the market for $230,000. This is just a little quick walk through here. Again, like the staging makes such a big difference. I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but I mean, it really does make a huge difference on the bedrooms and presentation of the house in general. Yeah, so this is it here. I just want to come by here just to make sure. I hadn't been by, you know, in about a week since I put the sign up, so I just want to make sure that everything is good. You don't have any squatters in here. You just want to make sure no one's broken in and living in the house, you know, basically. But yeah, this is it. I'll let you know when we sell it. Maybe we can come do one final video after we sell it. But as of right now, it's on the market for $230,000. So it's a pretty decent spread in there. So hopefully we can get it sold pretty quickly. And we bought this house. It was on the market MLS house for $120,000. We spent roughly around $45,000 on the rehab. Needed roof, flooring. The driveway had to be redone. Paint, pretty much everything here. We have it out there right now for $230,000. So hopefully, after, you know, I'm selling it myself, so there shouldn't be any commission on it. So hopefully we can make, you know, anywhere from that $40,000 to $50,000 range on this one, with the commission. You know, if I can't get it done, I have to put it on the market. Obviously would be less, but there's still a pretty decent spread here to be able to make something. So I put a sign out in front of the door. Obviously, I put it on Zillow, just on the for sale by owner. I put it in kind of any investor groups, any real estate groups online that I could think of. Obviously, this video maybe it'll help find a buyer for it. Yeah, and I just trying to send it out to any realtors that I know, or talk to any realtors that I know that might have a buyer for it, who have done in the area. You can also look and see any houses that have been sold in the area and find that realtor, and maybe they have another buyer who was interested in that property down the road, but they couldn't, for whatever reason, didn't get it. Maybe they have it here. But Zillow really brings nowadays a ton of traffic to your property without, you don't have to do much, honestly. You get a lot, you know, put your number on there with some pictures, which we got professionally done and professionally staged, and yeah, just try and take those calls and just try to get every call, right? Some people put their house on for sale and put their phone on silent or don't answer the phone, so you have to take the calls, and it can be kind of tedious sometimes because you are going to get some time wasters, but it's important that you do answer the phone whenever you have a house for sale, obviously. So